Hello, this video is to demonstrate how to use the stopwatch on the app Squad Timing. So by default, the left stopwatch icon's already set up. Hopefully you've already entered in your roster and your order of events as shown in other videos if you need to look at how to do that. But the stopwatch is meant to be somewhat intuitive. Basically, you just swipe at the top bar, or you can hit the little arrow buttons, but I like to swipe. And it goes to your events. Right now, it looks like I have a little mistake. I should have had the 4x8 female first, but anyway, so you swipe to the event that you want to time. So for example, I'll show you how to do a relay here first, and then afterwards I'll demonstrate how to record multiple times in a single event. So when the gun goes off, you obviously hit start, and then the timer will begin to run. And we're going to not wait the 2+ minutes it normally takes for many people to run this race. So we'll pretend right now that the first runner just finished her 2 laps, and then I hit split, and the timer keeps going. While the timer's going, I could start to enter in the data here. If I hit the plus, now it says select an athlete, and I can find which female ran that leg. So I think that was Laura Doe, and then I hit save athlete, and you'll notice her initials are now there. The blue number 1 is for place. We don't necessarily need to set that in a relay. And then on the right, we have an individual time and a split time, and we'll see how that changes here. So we'll pretend the second athlete just finished her 2 laps, and I hit split there. And once again, while the athletes are running, I can enter in her information now, or maybe I don't want to. I could also enter in comments. Maybe they had a good exchange, or whatever it might be. And you can write comments there, and it'll save your comments so you can look back on. And we'll go ahead and put in an athlete's name here also. And now our third athlete finishes, so I will hit split again. Once again, I will select my athlete from the roster and hit save athlete. And we'll pretend our fourth athlete just finished now also. So I hit split one more time, and I'll go ahead and hit stop now too, so the stopwatch doesn't keep running. Now with our fourth athlete, the way this works is I'll put in my fourth athlete's name. I don't think we've used Wanda Walker yet. And now instead of just hitting save athlete or save relay, so if I were to hit, I've hit save athlete for the first 3 athletes, and that just saves the athlete time. If I were to hit save relay, that would just save the relay time and not necessarily the split of the 4th runner. By hitting save both, that's what you need to do on your anchor when they finish. So you hit split when your anchor crosses the line, and then you'll get this dialog. You'll hit your athlete's name and then hit save both, and what you'll see happens is at the bottom it shows a time of 1:53.67. That was the overall relay time, so that you can track both how your relay is doing and how all of your individual athletes are doing. So the times on the left are their individual splits, and that's what will be saved to the database when you go to search for 4x8 results. And you will also then see an overall relay time too, so that you can keep track of your best relay times over the course of the season. And then any comments you make would be saved there too. Now if there were a mistake, you could click the time, and it shows you what the time was. So maybe you hit it a little bit slow or a little bit fast. You could manually overwrite that time and then hit edit time, and that would change it. So maybe this should have been, I don't know, 23 seconds instead. And then I would hit edit time, and it changes that individual time. So that's something that you may need to do periodically. If the overall relay time were wrong, you could click the last overall time for the relay, hit edit time, and then go back to the athlete's name, hit save both, and that would put in a new relay time if you needed to do that. So once you have all this set up, you hit save, and then it saves it, turns gray to let you know that it's done that, and then you swipe to the next event. So here we'll show you how to do an individual event like the hurdles. It's almost identical. I know what happens in a lot of races is you might have 2 or more athletes in one race. So you would hit start, and then when your first athlete crosses the line, instead of hitting stop, I mean, you could do that if you only have one. Notice I hit stop, and it gives you the line to record all their results in. But with multiple athletes, what you want to do instead is as they finish, hit split, and then let's say we had 3 athletes in this race, and then we can stop it afterwards. And then, unfortunately, you have to have a little bit of a memory to remember which order your kids finished in. But then you select the athlete that you want, and you put them in the order they wanted. And this is how you'll do multiple athletes. Now, unlike the relay, it's not going to use the split time here. It's going to use the overall time. So we could see that our first place winner was at 3.74, second place 5.06, and third place 8.45. So it won't use the split times here because that, well, obviously wouldn't work for individual events like this. So you could again change the place if you wanted, or enter comments after you have everything set up, and then you just hit save, and that will save the results there. So as mentioned in other tutorials, you can customize your event order so that it goes through as the order of either your athlete that you're timing or the meet itself. If there's a different meet, you can swipe usually to the right to go to the events on the left, and it'll show you events that are used, not as often if you haven't customized it yet. Anyway, I hope this is helpful, and I hope you have a great season. Thank you for using squad timing.